name is Star, superstar, rock star, MC, chef. I do it all. I'm a star of all trades. Today we have a special guest, Miss B Love of Trip
Hey.
Summit, dope lyricist, artist, incredible performer, and a vegan aficionado. So I had the pleasure of speaking with her and feeding her for the past week.
Yes.
Yeah. And I just found out that she's been eating vegan for, you said, about 7 years?
Yeah, we could say like 7 years.
7 years. And she said she searched high and low trying to find food and has had food everywhere she's been from a vegan establishment. And I'll let you tell them what you told me.
Yeah, so shout out to the fellow vegans out there. So I'm not like 100% vegan, just to put it out there, because it's definitely a very interesting journey, a beautiful journey. But it becomes harder for some people, so I dabble into a lot of vegan plant-based foods though, just to help my diet. But just being in the Florida area and going to Central Florida, Tampa areas, you're gonna get a whole bunch of food. A lot of vegan options are rare. Um, you'll find one or two restaurants here and there, but I'm telling you guys, nothing tastes like this chef right here. The cuisine is just amazing. The alternatives are pretty much perfect, pretty much. She literally just focuses on the human body. She looks at your type of allergies, the type of food that you're interested in, and really curates it around your food interests, which is very rare. You'll see a lot of people in the vegan world just try to replicate things easily. And I think that she takes the time out to see actual realistic dishes that you're gonna eat, put together, and taste like you're back home. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course. Great response, by the way.
Thank you.
So, as I mentioned, I've been feeding the collective and Dame and the crew for about a week or so now, and I've made several dishes. I've done sliders, I've
Mhm.
done wings, I've done vegan oxtails, I've done ribs, mac and cheese, I've done rice and peas, I've done eggplant parm. Oh my goodness. Am I missing anything?
Hmm.
Oh, the tacos.
Tacos,
I did
yes.
tacos. I had a taco medley of lion's mane, and then I had the plant-based ground beef alternative. I also did konjac root shrimp tacos and made all of the toppings, the guacamole, the sauces, everything from scratch. So I say all that to ask you, in this week, which one of those was your favorite?
I figured you were gonna ask me that. Let me see. To be honest, my can I have two answers here?
Yeah, sure.
My favorite was the tacos. You had like shrimp tacos or something of that sort, and I haven't had shrimp in years, so for it to be spot on, it was amazing. Then she had this sweet sauce. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if it was, I don't know what type of sauce it was, but you guys trademark that.
My boom boom chili.
That boom boom chili, guys, y'all need to try that. She needs to trademark that. It's crazy. Um, so yeah, that one was one of my favorites, or at least one that I liked. But when it came to like what surprised me the most was her oxtail. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've had, again, oxtail or any of these things in years. So it's like to find something that's literally spot on and it's plant based, y'all need to start investing right now. Right now, y'all be
Give me your
millionaires by tomorrow.
money.
I promise.
So tonight, I made eggplant parm and I did pasta noodles as well as spaghetti squash. And I made sauteed spinach and garlic and I made a homemade garlic bread. How did you feel about that dish?
That was really good. Crazy enough, I've never had the, what's it, zucchini?
Eggplant.
Eggplant. So I've never had eggplant like that. I've never really liked it. This was different. This definitely had that parm taste. It had cheese on top. She also gave you like an extra bit of sauce if you wanted to put just a little extra on there for yourself. And oh man, yeah, that was really good. The Was I'm sorry. What was that? What was the vegetable that you said again?
The spaghetti
The
squash.
spaghetti squash was a great component because see, like I said, she is about the human body, so she knows that you might want yourself some vegetables, but you're gonna want yourself some pasta too. So
Hmm.
she went and did two versions of it so we can kind of just see what we like, and to mix it together it was perfect. So
I
thank you.
had to think of my gluten-free teammates and crew members and those who wanted a super healthier alternative. It's funny because a lot of people say that they don't like eggplant or they've never had it, or most don't even know how to prepare it. And I just do mine very simple, you know, little chickpea flour and Italian breadcrumbs and light oil, avocado oil. Fry them up in a pan really quickly. Make sure the outside is crispy, but the inside is tender. One of the secrets about making eggplant is, as we know, it's a high water fruit. So you have to try to let it sit and get some of that moisture out. Otherwise, when you're cooking it, it's going to turn soggy. And it's funny because Dame doesn't like eggplant, and we didn't tell him what he was eating, but he.
Yeah.
It was eggplant.
Mhm. See.
So he kept asking, "What is it? What is it?" And we wouldn't tell him, but he enjoyed it. So that made me happy to see that he ate it and enjoyed it and didn't know what it was. And that's the thing. A lot of vegan cuisine and dishes, it comes down to tricking the mind, and we all eat with our eyes. So if it looks presentable and it looks familiar, chances are all you're hoping is that it tastes good. And once it tastes good and the textures match, then that's it. You've got a hit, you've got a winner. Even with my wings and like she said, the eggplant parm, it had a
Mhm.
chicken parm taste and texture and flavor. So you know, I put a lot of time into researching and making sure that I can find like textures without having to always go the processed store bought route of, you know, vegan and plant based alternatives. I try to find the whole fruit, whole vegetable, or beans, or nuts, and just different exotic mushrooms and things of that nature so I can replicate some of the things that we like to eat when we were eating meat. Um, a lot of what I see is people always asking, why do you call it this if it's not that? And it's like, no pig wanted to be called bacon. So why don't you just say you're eating pig
Yep.
instead of saying you're eating bacon? So if I want to call it mushroom bacon or whatever bacon, I can because no part of the pig is called bacon.
Yep. And it's crazy sometimes because again, I was saying this to her a little before, but you know, when you go to stores and there's vegan options, that's the first thing that's sold out. And you know, everyone, you know, they like to say, oh, you know, that's not real, but when you actually get there, you'll be surprised at how many people don't want the real thing just due to their health. So
Hmm.
you know, it's very interesting every single time that we see these vegan chefs or these vegan people. We should really just appreciate them because they're really taking that time to find those alternatives for us to continue to live longer. So yeah,
Exactly. And
appreciate
like she said, it's hard trying to find certain things in stores, which is part of why I've tried to basically create art with
you. Yes.
certain foods and using different ingredients to try to replicate what would look like an oxtail. For example, my oxtail is made up of four different things: mushrooms, jackfruit, um, and beans, two different types of beans. So all of that goes into, I mean, you guys could say process, but process sometimes just refers to the process of making something. So if you're concerned with highly processed food, you have to think everything kind of goes through a process.
Yeah.
Because in order for it to be something, you have to do the process of making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, let's see. For breakfast, you missed out on the breakfast, but
Oh man.
yeah, just so happens we're filming this after I made a breakfast this morning and I introduced rice paper bacon to the internet. I'm sure it's been seen before, but
It sounds amazing.
it's I do a lot of pop-ups and I do yes. See, that's a great thing. So, um, with that,
You better raise the prices up.
raise the prices up.
Yeah.
You gotta double your prices.
I got you.
Now you on your healthy shit.
So I would do brunch pop-ups, and I would offer all types of alternatives for brunch, you know, shrimp and grits and ackee and saltfish, because I am from Jamaica. I am a Caribbean chef. I do the bacon, I do pancakes, I do gluten-free buttermilk waffles, no dairy, no soy. And the rice paper bacon is one of the first things to go, to the point where people are asking if they can just buy it as a side, and they'll pay upwards of $20 just for 6 pieces.
That's
True
amazing.
story.
That's amazing. That sounds like something I want right now. Wow.
Yeah, I gotta bring brunch in for you guys one day. I
Appreciate
think I think that would be dope. One of those days that we're here a little earlier, I'll
Mhm.
put together a brunch menu.
Let's go. See you guys. Look, we about to get some breakfast now. Stay tuned. It's gonna be good.
Well, I thank you. I'm going to bring up Miss Nikki Licky to find out how she felt about breakfast this morning. I know I didn't get to feed you breakfast, but
Okay. I'm about to get mine soon, guys. Appreciate y'all.
thank you.
Absolutely.